Hey, everybody, and welcome to I'm Not Crying, You're Crying, the show that's about anything and everything because it's our show. I'm here with Jay and Juan.
Hey.
I think Juan might have died. I think he might have died before. I'm Sean, and this is our theme music. Alrighty. Hey, everybody, and welcome back to episode 5. Wantober is
over.
Over. It's over. It's we had the Wantober celebration for Juan's birthday. Happy birthday, old man.
Happy birthday.
That was last week, but thank you.
I said we had it. I said had is past tense. Anyway, so we had Wantober's almost over. So how's everybody's week?
So far it's been good. Tonight I did something fun. Took the kids to the haunted highway in Santa Clarita. It had some spooky things, but I was really proud that I was able to explain to my kid that it's just people in costumes, and the people that were doing their, if you want to call them scares, were nice. And if my daughter waved, they would wave back. So that was very, very sweet, and it was a nice break of the daily routines we go through.
This was all in the car. You guys were in the car.
Yeah, we were in the car. My wife found out through it. I think through Kiss FM. Got the tickets. They sold out quickly. They were free tickets, so they ran out quickly. You get
people
there.
Still listen to Kiss FM.
Yeah,
my wife apparently. Yeah. When you get there, they scan your ticket. They ask you to tune into a certain station, and that's the drive through what they call Scarecrow Road. And then before the main spooky thing, they ask you to switch over to another one, and it's like scary sounds and stuff like that. And then
like what kind of scary sounds?
Exactly. Your traditional scary sounds.
That was the scariest sound you heard?
I would like you to replicate several of the sounds right now.
I will not be replicating the sounds.
Get really close to your microphone and whisper very, very quietly.
Is this ASMR now, or whatever it's called?
Is that scary, or is that still in?
No. And then at the end of it, they gave us a little goodie bag. So it wasn't that bad. It sounds like you had a wonderful time getting away from it all, but you drove there, and then you didn't get out the car at all, right? It wasn't like a get out experience. No, it was not a get out experience.
So you basically sat for like over 2 hours?
Yes, but even my little boy, who's going to be 2 in December, was actually like looking out the window and looking at these people dressed up and everything. So that was really cool.
It's cool for them to have something to do. It's just, we're getting closer and closer to that Wall-E future where you're just sitting around looking at stuff. Consuming, eating stuff.
Yeah.
Geez, how about you, Jay? What did you do?
Before you move on to Jay, the whole Wall-E future was the future I always wanted, because then I would be king, because I was already fat. So.
Well, not anymore, bro.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Yeah, now I'm fucked. I'm gonna have to gain all the weight back so I could fit in.
Wow, that depletes the whole surgery.
Yeah, you basically. Well, good luck. Good luck. I kind of want to see you go reverse now. How can I help?
Just keep feeding him, man.
Yeah, put me in the Sean hot Cheeto diet. Everything must be laced with hot Cheetos.
Everything hot Cheetos all day, every day, and everything. I had hot Cheetos this afternoon. It was great.
Did you ever listen to the K-Rock thing when they were playing? The hot Cheeto in the playground.
Yeah, I did. But you know what? There is a great song called "Hot Cheetos and Takis." It's a bunch of little kids rapping about hot Cheetos and Takis. So, it is probably one of the greatest songs I've ever heard in my entire life.
So, which one do you prefer, hot Cheetos or Takis?
Yeah, Sean.
Extra flaming. The world wants to know. Extra flaming hot Cheetos are it.
Is that the black bag?
That is the black bag. Yeah. I don't think it likes being called black anymore, but yes. The funny thing is that they came out as like a limited edition, like mid 2000s,
and they stayed forever.
Well, no, they went away for a while and then they came back. Like they were so scarce that I would go to the gas station. I probably spent like $25-$30. I had one gas station buying up all of their hot Cheetos just to be like, to figure out that like they were back. I didn't have to hoard them like some crazy apocalypse person.
Speaking of coming back, I just heard on TikTok that the McRib is coming.
You heard like a
the McRib is
you
coming
heard like
back.
you heard like
Hey
a Gen
guys,
Alpha.
there's whispers out
heard
there. The McRib is back.
The very real. I feel like there's a commercial that for the McRib, but you heard on TikTok like every other Gen Alpha out there.
You know, I was talking to a friend the other day that maybe 2 or 3 years ago was like my fatty's heaven, because the Never Ending Pasta Bowl came back, the McRib came back, the Double Down at KFC came back, and the shredded beef burrito came back, all within the same couple of months.
The Double Down is back?
No, this was a couple years back. Every so often when I hear rumors that the Double Down
Back when he
is
was
coming
into
back,
food.
Yeah, I'm off the stuff now.
dude, I would probably try a piece of a Double Down. I love that sandwich.
You know, the beauty of the Double Down is like the epitome of American culture. It's like, what can I do? You know what? I don't care. Who cares about carbs anymore? I want all the meat in my mouth all the time because I can. It's
the Double Down, it's no bread.
Yeah, it's two pieces of chicken breast with bacon and cheese in between them.
The meat is the bread, Jay. So like, imagine a normal chicken sandwich, then remove the bread, add another piece of chicken, and put all the ingredients in the middle. It is actually quite delicious.
Yep.
But no one should ever eat a whole one. I think my arteries are still clogged from the time I tried it, if I'm being honest with you.
Yep. Yeah.
I love how marijuana has incorporated itself into the decision making of a lot of fast food recipes.
You know what? It's funny you say that because
that's how Jack in the Box got the munchies, man.
Yeah. I was just talking talking to Juan about this because I went to Jack in the Box recently, and I was like, man, you know, their Munchie Meal menu is kind of freaking genius. From like a business standpoint. You have all this stuff you're probably not going to use. And then you have all these people who are up at like 2 a.m. going, I'm really freaking hungry, but I don't want to pay a lot of money for food. Well, here, have our scraps and we'll make it look like a grilled cheese sandwich with the leftover patty from this afternoon. It's great.
No, and that's what you and I discussed, that you can get the Munchie Box at any time, but you pay a premium price, for lack of better terms. And then after 9 p.m., that's when you get the $6 box.
The $6 box? What is that?
It's essentially the Munchies box, but at the advertised price. But if you want the Munchies box before 9 p.m. or 6 p.m., whatever time they advertise the selling for it, you have to pay $8, I think.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Which, I mean, again, it's a lot of food. They give you they're basically throwing like the kitchen sink at you. They're like, hey, you want to take this store with you? Because look, we got to get rid of it.
And in the meantime, you have Taco Bell with the $5 boxes that aren't really $5, but they're still good.
I mean, I think no price is ever as advertised.
I think they call them value boxes.
Yeah, they do. I mean, I think everyone. I think there's a point. I think Jack in the Box might have started, and I don't even know how we got on this. I think this is your fault, Juan.
It always is.
Yeah. I think at some point in the fast food industry, they just kind of realized that the value menu is kind of where it's at, and Jack in the Box, I think, won that war, and now everyone is just trying to overtake them. I don't think anyone has beaten them yet. Personal opinion.
No.
Anyway, Jay, how was your week?
Good. Am I good to talk?
Juan, I'm going to mute Juan's mic.
Can you even do that?
Jay, no, I can't. It's Jay, but let Jay talk. Let him talk.
I'm good. I voted, Sean.
Oh, Jay, who told you? Facebook, Instagram, the mail carrier? Who told you?
Look, I voted, but I don't feel good about my choices.
Why, did you vote for 4 more years?
No, I voted for Biden, but I don't feel good about that choice. I don't feel good about any of the choices that I made on the ballot. You know, like voting for me was kind of like, remember taking a test in high school and you looked at the questions and it looked like all the questions were trick questions?
Yeah.
You know, like these can't be all the choices, you know, like this is where are the real choices? And I just felt like that. And
yeah,
like Like,
Yeah,
and
I
this is the
mean,
first time that I voted, and I told
I'm
myself,
sorry, this
well,
is
you know what?
what?
I can actually take my time and research some of the candidates, and I tried to do that. And now I feel like I know less about the candidates. You know, like,
I myself am not a very political person. So I mean, I voted, and this is the one time, like you said, like where I get to vote and I can take my time. I got time. I got my ballot early. I got it like 3 weeks ago. I was able to go on the internet and try and learn some stuff, but I couldn't make out the fact from the fiction here. It was like, yeah, man, this guy, he once saved 17 babies from a burning building shirtless while his pants were on fire, but he didn't care about his pants being on fire. And I was just like, Joe Biden did that? He's an old man.
yeah, like,
And then there's a thing about a fly. I don't even know anymore.
yeah. Like, I resorted to a lot of the candidates, for
Hey,
like
guys.
state senator and stuff like that. I just went on their Facebook and I based it on the pictures that they posted. Like, oh, I can't vote for that person. They got way too many cat pictures posted. So
yeah, man, that guy had a lot of cats. I don't know who. I don't know which guy had cats. Biden had cats. Everyone has cats.
You know, Trump is the first president that hasn't had a dog in the White House.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
did George Washington have a dog in the White House?
What about Andrew Jackson? How far does your historical knowledge go?
Where's the line between fact and fiction?
Oh, you sound like the guy from Mysterious Mysteries. That's the wrong show. Unsolved Mysteries.
Unsolved Mystery.
Well, not
The line has been blurred between facts and fiction.
But Juan, you're saying he's the first one that didn't have a dog in the White House, or what?
A pet, I think, dude.
What?
Oh, what about all that pussy?
Jesus
John Quincy
Christ!
Adams had an alligator in silkworms. Andrew Jackson had horses.
Are you looking? It doesn't count if you're looking it up right now. I want to know about your historical knowledge. I don't care about your phone's historical knowledge.
Dude, one of them had tiger cubs. Dude, imagine if
Jesus Christ.
fucking Trump had a tiger cub. He would be the true Tiger King.
I think he would be ridiculed even more for having tigers.
Yeah.
He would have tiger cubs, and his Carol Baskin would be Hillary Clinton.
Oh God.
Jesus Christ, I guess that would be true. Yeah. Speaking of scary. So this week I got around to watching The Haunting of Bly Manor. So you guys, I think you guys ruined it for me. Yeah, you guys ruined it for me last week by mentioning I don't remember the ending. Anyway, I'm almost at the end. I have 2 more episodes left. And I'm watching with my wife, and so she goes, "Oh, these are all the people that were in The Haunting of Hill House. You should watch that
not
too."
Not all of them.
Well,
but the majority of them.
I don't know.
Yeah, Sheldon, not all of them.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. So I got around to watching that, and then I got around to watching that, and it's good so far. It's good so far. I mean, it's not the genre I would typically gravitate towards, but it's an interesting story.
Yeah, it's not bad actually.
Yeah, I'm trying to understand how all of it happened, because it just seems very like sci-fi.
The last
sci-fi.
The last 3 episodes or the last 2 episodes explain it when they talk about the lady in the water.
Ah, yes, spoilers. Got it. Okay.
I didn't spoil it to you. Do you want me to ruin the freaking TV show?
You did,
because I will.
You did already. You did the beginning of last episode. Me and many other people who listened to that last episode. Anyway,
I think we should add a spoiler. I think we should add a spoiler warning before every episode that we do, because Juan is notorious for spoiling a lot of movies
because
and TV shows.
This show has been out for 6 minutes. You haven't seen it. It's not my fault. Here's the end.
Those are the rules, guys. Those are the rules.
Yeah, that's every week. That's what you say every week. But there, you know what though? There was like a time traveling episode. So I think that's what kind of hooked me in. So I was like, okay, I can get down. I can get down with this.
Yeah, there's a time travel. There's it's very like Lost, where they have flashbacks to the past.
Yeah, it's like I said, the story is interesting so far. I may go back and watch The Haunting of Hill House, but I'm watching the other thing I'm watching right now is Lock and Key, which is also on Netflix.
How is that?
It's very interesting. It's intriguing. It's It's about a little boy who can hear whispers in the house, and these whispers lead him to keys. These keys do a variety of things, and there is a singular entity that wants those keys. I'm not far enough into the series to understand why they want these keys, other than for what they do. But for example, one key just sets shit on fire. That's all it does. And then there's another key that lets you open any door.
Oh wow!
And there's another key that lets you inside your mind. It's very if you ever watch a show on the Sci-Fi Channel called The Lost Room, it's very reminiscent of that. But that show's about a guy who lost his daughter in a hotel room that was like enchanted, and all the objects inside that room did stuff. For example, there's a watch that you could put an egg in, and it would perfectly cook an egg. Don't know why it did that, but just know that it was that's what it did. But there was a key to that room that would let you open any door. So in any door, you just think of, hey, I want to go to the freaking IHOP, wherever, you can open the door there, whatever. Anyway, but it's a good show. It's a good show.
By the way, I have a bone to pick with.
What's that?
Pick his bone, dude.
What's that? Be careful, I'm married.
You freaking told me about Pet Sematary, the 2019 one.
I did watch that.
Prime. I tried watching it with my wife, and we couldn't watch it because it's too close to home. So I ended up watching it by myself. You never told me that they changed the fucking story so drastically.
Well, you have to understand that the original Pet Sematary came out when I was, like 2. And then
so you never saw it?
Pet Sematary. I saw it, but as a kid, I don't remember. I remember it was being very scary. It was, animals coming back to life.
Yeah,
it was very scary.
So the moment that I'm expecting Gabe to get hit by the truck or the trailer, he doesn't. And at first I thought they were going to do some creative bullshit, because in the book, Stephen King writes about how Lewis has daydreams, for lack of better terms, or flashbacks of what if he would have saved Gabe, and he plays it in his mind how he saved it and how his life continued after saving him. So I thought they were going to do some artistic shit like that, but I didn't realize they kill off the girl, and then they essentially, and spoiler alert,
neither did the other people who haven't seen that movie.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, so I'm so sorry, Jay.
I will tell you this: the one thing I was looking forward to, because I love John Lithgow. He's a fantastic actor. I was expecting to see him rock the screen in this movie. He was just okay.
He was supporting cast. He wasn't the main guy.
So he's no Fred Gwynn. He's Fred Gwynn.
No, Fred Gwynn did a fantastic
job. In the first Pet Sematary.
It's hard to believe that fucking Herman Munster.
Yeah, he's great.
Man, no, I need to watch the original.
But here's the other thing. In the book, that character, Judd, he actually plays he's not really a true supporting character. He's also a protagonist. I mean, the entire reason the Pet Sematary happens is because of him. I don't know. I think if they were going to do a remake, they should have stayed a little bit more true to the book.
Well, I haven't read the book.
I haven't read the book either. I watched this movie, and I if you have kids and you watch this movie, then like
fucks with you.
It can be very heart-wrenching and hard to watch. However, I think the way they explained all of it, it was glossed over enough so that it made sense, and you didn't spend too much time worrying about it. So they focused on the central story, which was like, the Pet Sematary, the reanimation of dead people, and kind of what all the stuff that happened.
I will tell you this: when I read the book or listened to the book, I bawled a lot more in that book than anything, because in that book, essentially Gabe is like my son's age, and Ellie is essentially my daughter's age. So it really struck home. And the 2019 movie didn't strike as home to me because I was upset about the changes.
Are you saying the book is better than the movie?
I know you're mocking me now on this one, so fuck you.
Well, you and every nerd out there just pushed their glass up at the same time and said, well, actually, yeah.
I would have to say that the book was far superior than the movie.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, Pet Cemetery. It was good. It was a fun watch. I mean, I've never read the book, and I don't plan on reading the book, but I enjoyed the movie. It was entertaining. I mean, if you have kids, it has a little extra note, a little extra spice in there for you. But outside of that, I mean, it's a good watch.
Is it like Marley and
Me? Are you guys? Jesus Christ! I guess if man, me and pets don't get along, but I guess it could be if you look at it that way. It's Halloween. I guess by the time people hear this, we'll either be on Halloween or after Halloween. So you guys planning to do anything for the day of Halloween?
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
My plan is to turn off all the lights and make it seem like there's no one at this house, so no one comes knocking for candy.
Yeah, that's very, very fair. That's very fair. I'm actually going to hang out with Ledesma, and the kids are going to hang out and do like a little Halloween thing. And I think we're dressing up. Our theme
Your daughter was asking me what I was going to be. I told her nothing because I haven't bought a costume. And then she was,
I hope.
Then she was giving me suggestions of what I should dress up as.
Man? I hope that there's. Yeah, I'm kind of curious.
I can't remember. I just I'm laughing over the fact that Sean is going to be a unicorn, and she said that her mom is going to be a butterfly.
Oh.
Cyclops. She's going to be a Cyclops, but we're going to work that into the theme of Gravity Falls. Except for my youngest nephew, he wants to be Bumblebee. So
Bumblebee?
Hey, yeah, he wants to be Bumblebee, like the Transformer Bumblebee.
Cool.
We're like, hey, they're trying to convince him to be part of the costume thing, but he wants to be Bumblebee. So there it is.
Yeah, and I also want to put out the disclaimer on this one because I think people are going to think that it's pretty responsible that we're getting together. I think what people need to understand is since this whole COVID thing began, the Catleys and the Ledesmas have been part of the same bubble. And to be honest, if anybody is putting any of the households at risk, it's probably me because I still have to drive out to Hollyweird and go work. But I at work social distance and take care of ourselves. So we're having a safe Halloween by not having the kids trick or treat and staying within our bubble and having them knock on my bedroom doors, and the adults will give out candy.
Yeah, man. I'm not gonna stand next to you. Who are you, Chris? Yeah, have you met you?
We've been social distancing for years.
But I hope that there's some magical curse put over the town of Lancaster, and you actually become nothing for the night of Halloween. Because as a kid growing up, some of my favorite costumes have been some of the basic ones, like the ninja or like the cardboard created robot that you put together. Mm-hmm. What about you guys?
My favorite costume that I've ever had as a kid was Scooby-Doo, and it wasn't an elaborate costume like I was in.
And you haven't taken it off since then.
What happened?
You haven't taken it off since then.
Oh, I'm sorry. We had to stop for Juan to be a jerk. Okay.
Oh, you got me. No, but when I was a kid, my mom bought the Scooby-Doo costume, and it's one of those plastic costumes you get at like the grocery store, and the whole thing was plastic. The pants, the shirt was plastic, and you had that like face with the strings attached to it.
Oh, you're talking like 80s costume, huh?
Yeah. It looked like I killed Scooby-Doo and I cut his face off and I was wearing it as a mask, These are
the costumes that used to come in boxes, right?
Yeah. It was the only like recognizable like costume that I had as a kid. Because every other costume after that, it was just like my mom was a big advocate of, hey, just use your imagination. And I ended up with like makeup and a blazer.
And that's something. Yeah, my wife is very crafty, and so I haven't had to buy a costume in many years. But like, kids don't understand like just how horrible those costumes were like back in the 80s and 90s. Like literally, it looked like you cut someone's face off, and the string was so finicky, and it was held on with staples.
Yeah,
and if you didn't take good care of it, it would break in the middle of the night, and you had to figure out how to keep your mask on, or put it in your candy bag until you got to their door, and then put it back on. Or the costume itself was made out of, I want to say plastic, like unbreathable. So you are sweating bullets underneath this like, oh my God, this terrible costume. So, I mean, kids have it good now, I think.
Oh yeah.
Well, the kids have it extremely good because some of these costumes are pretty legit and expensive, man. Like
It's very, very true.
I went to the Spirit of Halloween store. God, some of the accessories they sell for the kids' costumes and some of the costumes, I'm like, where were these when I was growing up, man? I'm
Well, that hadn't been invented yet, man.
yeah, but man, I think as growing up, some of the most fond memories after my mom passed away was making or putting together my own costume. Uh, I remember doing a Phantom of the Opera costume with an old cape that my brother had. I had bought a Phantom of the Opera mask for like $6, and then I put on a dress shirt, black pants, and found some gloves and went trick or treating. And I was already maybe what 15, 16 went no 15, 16.
Yeah, I was good at 30,
Yeah.
35.
No, but I had a relative
Fresh out of the shower.
I had a relative actually give me a picture of when I was a kid and Halloween. It's sitting either in my family room or in my bedroom, and it's me dressed as a magician. And I think that was when I was in like second or third grade, because even then I knew I loved magic.
I'm sorry, you were what?
A magician.
You cut out.
A magician. So I think I had a top hat, a wand, and I had a rabbit inside the top hat. And
Oh, what happened to that rabbit?
A stuffed rabbit, idiot. And then
what was it, a real rabbit at first and then you ate it later?
Was it a magic rabbit?
Fun fact, I've only eaten rabbit in my one time in my life, and I did not care for it. But
oh no.
Yeah, that's when I came up with the rule. I'm never going to eat anything that could have been my pet. Unlike you, Jay, didn't you eat dog at one point?
Oh my God. I may have. I know I had a lot of my mom's Filipino friends, and they would just feed me stuff, and some of them told me, "Oh, you're eating dog." I never knew. You know, I don't know.
It's yeah. I mean, sometimes as a kid, you eat whatever your parents give you. I've eaten baby pigeon before because that's just it looked like chicken to me. So I was like, hey.
Or as an adult, you would get drunk and just eat whatever your friend's father gave you.
That's also true. Listen, I can't be held accountable. I guess I could be held accountable for the things I've done. But I mean, listen, I was supposed to be surrounded by friends who were supposed to help me. Apparently, they would just feed me whatever. Thanks, man.
You're welcome, man. To this day, I still remember my dad giving you chiles straight from the tree, and you eating it like nothing.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's freaking nuts. Anyway.
Anyway.
Yeah. Hey, so Halloween. You guys ever play any games during Halloween?
What games?
Well, I mean, like Ding Dong Ditch or.
We're sophisticated, Sean. We don't do that.
Oh well, shit, man. You know what? Or like truth or dare. I don't know. As you get older, right? I mean, the costumes are part of it. You dress up and even as teenagers, or preteens, you dress up reluctantly and pretend you don't want to go out and get candy, but you do it. And then you go out, you play games with your friends. So like you guys are, but you're one sophisticated. Jay, how about you? You ever come down to earth and be one of the people?
Sometimes I like to gallivant with the peasants.
I see. Yes.
You talk about these games, and I don't know if you realize, but some of these games can lead to actual horror stories, like Truth or Dare. Didn't they make a horror movie of that?
No, that was a Madonna movie.
No, I'm talking like recently.
I want to say in the last couple of years. I think Blumhouse did a Truth or Dare movie.
Yes, where it's like an Aztec or something temple and cursed.
They drive by this cemetery. Of course, it's cursed. And no, you know what? No, this random guy invites them to a game of Truth or Dare, and the way that he passes it along is like we play the game, and then you get it, and then the monster, whatever, it follows you. It forces you to play the game.
But now that we're talking about this, what other games do you think that we played as a child could be turned into a scary story or movie?
Well, I mean, hide and seek is obvious.
Why is that obvious?
Yeah.
Well, there's one person who has to look for everyone that's hiding,
and kill them.
when they find him, they kill him. Yeah, like
yeah, it's like hopefully you don't get found because you're gonna die.
You played hide and seek way differently than I did, man.
Oh yeah, I played it for real. It was hardcore. There was no bullshitting you. You know, it was just
Jay. He played for keeps. Played for keeps.
What about
life and death?
What about Are You Nervous?
What is that?
You never played?
Can you explain? Are you nervous? I would like you to thoroughly explain.
I feel like this isn't a game, more of like an experience.
Yeah, I feel like Juan's pretty nervous right now.
No, Are You Nervous? That's when you would put your hand on somebody's body part. A generic part.
Yeah.
Be like, are you nervous yet? And they'll be
Let's not incriminate anybody.
Listen,
that itself can lead to like some obsessive scary movie.
Did you ever play that game with Harvey Weinstein?
Yes. And I never got the role in Good Will Hunting.
You nervous?
Yeah.
You nervous yet? Don't worry. I'm gonna make you somebody out here. Jesus Christ. You know what I think would be it'd be very creepy where like the only way if a movie that came out would be Heads Up 7-Up. So like,
what was
the
that
only
game?
way to find out Heads Up 7-Up is where you close your eyes and put your thumb up and there's a person who's selected and that person touches your thumb. Then you're basically it. So you are hoping.
I did play that. Yeah.
So just imagine, like, you close your eyes and something brushes your thumb, and then you wake up and you die.
Wow, that's morbid.
It's nuts. I know. Well, you just said you want to play Are You Nervous? I don't. Come on. Listen.
You guys act like you guys didn't play that game.
I didn't. Never.
I could hear the lie in your voice.
Swear, I've never played that game. That's crazy.
That's listen, Juan. I think we're gonna pretend that you said a normal thing like, I don't know, Duck Duck Goose or you know what, you can have Jay's hide and go seek. You can. Yeah. Or how about kick the can?
Are you nervous? That's insane. That's the weirdest thing I've ever heard. A kid's game,
Yeah, I don't think that's a kid's game. It's more of like a bored teenager game.
Yeah, I think we were like 12, 13. So as soon as puberty was hitting, man, so that would make sense.
Oh God,
what? So I again. Oh, you know what? Anyway,
hey, if you want to talk, dude. I mean,
yeah. I mean, we're here for you.
Yeah. Go.
What Jay is, I'll laugh at you.
We should address that we laugh at you out of love, Juan.
Yeah, I think we mentioned it in the test episode, but we didn't. I don't think we mentioned it, but we've known each other. I don't know. I want to say for probably. I think you and Juan have known each other for over 10 years now.
No,
right?
Long,
like
17
years.
17 years, and I think I've known Juan for just about 10, 15 years now.
Yeah.
I mean, two of the 4 of those years, I think you hated my guts. So
yeah, I did hate your guts when we first met. Yeah.
Well, Juan doesn't like a lot of people in the beginning.
No,
very true.
I don't like people. I think that's why it's fun that you guys make fun of me because I'm an asshole. But
yeah, especially when you kidnap people who don't say they don't feel well.
Yeah.
I actually didn't like Juan in the beginning. I thought he was kind of annoying.
No, in fact, he tried to push water at me.
What?
Well, you tried to kidnap him. I feel like that was fair.
You told me the story when I used to be at the planter with the microphone, and you were squeegeeing the puddles of water that you would try to push it towards me because you hated me.
No, I don't remember doing that.
You told me that fucking story, dude. Now you're gonna.
I probably told that to you because I thought it was funny, but I never actually had that thought because I didn't know you. I wouldn't do that. Now that I know you, I kind of want to do it now, but
Sean, for the longest, while Jay and I were working together, I thought he was Mexican. So I would talk in Spanish to him, and he would either acknowledge it or just shake his head.
Mm-hmm.
And one day we were going back up to wardrobe, and I guess he finally had it where I turn around and say something in Spanish, and he goes, "Dude, I'm not fucking Mexican."
Okay, first of all, I didn't curse. I didn't say the F word.
Yes, you
did.
Said,
hey man, I don't speak Spanish. And he goes, "Oh, dude, I thought you were retarded."
No, not
Jesus Christ.
No, I never said that. That's a joke that he wrote afterwards. This fucking motherfucker in his stand-up career has written
take it easy.
2 jokes that I know of based off of our interactions. One of them is the whole Spanish thing, and the other one was when he went to the Big and Tall store with me, and he wrote a whole joke about how he felt normal being at the Big and Tall store, and how they didn't just have mannequins, but they had Redwood Forest with shirts on them.
Yeah. Like I was kind of a heavy guy, as well, and I felt petite.
Yeah, no. Wow, dude, 17 years and 15 years.
If we don't have this kind of relationship, I don't think we're friends.
No.
Yeah.
No, I think, and I'm glad that people feel sympathy or feel bad that you guys are bagging on me, but I don't think people see how much of a jerk I am to you guys as well, on and off the air.
Or people in general, but hey,
yeah, people in general.
it's
okay.
I
think that's why I'm a hermit and try to stay with my social group of you guys and Johnny.
Yeah, we're the only ones that put up with you. That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. Yeah, man. I think I don't really understand why you dislike me the first couple of years. I was just being,
because you were standing in position with a fucking guitar.
Yeah, it was great, wasn't it? You make it sound like I was standing out there, my hair was blowing in the wind, like I was some sort of hippie, man. I was just
who's that free spirit?
Yeah, I don't appreciate that guy not following the rules around here.
Yeah,
we don't take kindly.
Yeah, man. He's just so
yeah. Are you guys planning? Jesus Christ, I lost my train of thought. Just that quickly.
Well,
you guys doing anything?
With Halloween, we already talked about what we're doing for Halloween, but I'm probably going to be the odd man out. But anybody celebrate the Day of the Dead?
Yeah, I was just going to ask. that. That's like, no, I do not.
I don't either.
Despite
really, yeah, your wife is Mexican.
Juan, please. Yeah, you would think I would automatically just be enrolled in the class of Day of the Dead, but we're not. We're not. I think.
Juan, you married into the culture.
I know, right? I mean, it's all. You would think that we'd have fried chicken and beans here all the time, but we don't.
Mexicans don't.
No.
Oh,
I'm sorry. What?
Never mind.
Go ahead.
I just got your joke.
Yeah. No. We don't. You don't celebrate. However, my wife is very into the culture, so they'll be like, and she's very, like I said, she's very crafty and very artistic. So there's always like some sort of sugar skull or I can't think of anything else that would come from the Day of the Dead that I would know.
Juan, can you explain the Day of the Dead to?
Yeah, please tell us.
Why don't you watch the movie Coco and then we can discuss it.
Oh, so basically, I can base all of my cultural assumptions on the one movie. Got it.
No, all right. The Day of the Dead is November 2nd, and essentially it's the day that
Wait, the movie Coco didn't happen on Halloween?
No.
This shatters everything I knew about the movie Coco.
Anyways, the Day of the Dead happens on November 2nd, and it's the one day that your loved ones, your deceased loved ones, are allowed to come back and visit. Now, in a traditional way to honor them is you make an altar with their picture, and you put specific things of the Day of the Dead. There's a flower. The name escapes me right now, but I'm sure somebody will be able to correct me or bring it up in comments.
Is it the fire flower like Mario gets?
Sean, I don't make fun of your culture. Don't make fun of mine.
Don't insult Dia de la Muerte.
Oh, you don't now. Okay.
Dia de la Muerte is a wrestler.
You just insulted. Hold on here.
No, so you do an altar and you put a picture of the loved ones that you would like to honor, along with some of the traditional Day of the Dead stuff like the sugar skulls, the Day of the Dead bread, the flour, and then you put some of their favorite meals as well. And it's supposed to mean that they come and feast at them overnight. And as a kid, I living in Mexico, I remember saying, but the food isn't touched. And they told me they don't feast like regular people because they're dead. So they feast off of the aroma of the food and everything. Now, mind you, I only did altars in school while I was in Mexico. Our family isn't very traditional like that. But now that I have kids, I may dust off some of that knowledge and just explain it to them, especially since you could go to the local like supermarket like either Vallarta or Superior or El Super and get Day of the Dead bread, which I remember as a kid being very good.
What is Day of the Dead bread?
It's essentially a loaf of sweet bread, and it could be unsweetened as well. And it has like
so just bread or sweetened bread?
No. It also has like a spider design on top of it. It looks like a spider is baked into it.
Yeah, but it tastes so sweet.
You could get it with sugar or without sugar, man.
Yeah, but I mean, you're describing bread, and then you're describing bread with sugar.
Yeah.
Is this like a low carb bread? I don't.
No, it was not. And here's the other funny thing. I think the only reason I embraced Day of the Dead is because from age baby to age 9, I lived. I lived.
What was that first age again?
Baby. Age baby. Age 0 to age 9.
Ever since I was age baby, I just
I celebrated.
See, that's something the Boss Baby would say.
Yeah. The Boss Baby is based on my childhood, but anyways,
really,
yes. I finally grew up.
I don't think there are any scenes in that movie about where he was in Mexico.
I thought you had two brothers.
The story was slightly changed to protect the innocent. But anyways, the reason I think I embraced the Day of the Dead is because from age baby to age 9, we celebrated Halloween. And then when we moved to Mexico, they don't really celebrate Halloween over there. Like they were trying to bring that Americanized culture over to some of the places, but the majority of the people didn't. So I liked the Day of the Dead because they would give us the sugar skulls and we would eat it like it was candy, even though they taste disgusting.
They didn't taste like sugar?
It's just that, sugar.
Or,
who the fuck eats just sugar, man?
Horses?
Well, apparently you. I think horses eat salt, right? I don't. They have salt licks.
No,
they have sugar licks too.
They eat sugar cubes, man. As a treat.
I never known that.
I don't think it's like. Yeah.
You don't think it's like what?
I kind of lost my train of thought.
Was it the train of thought where you're like, I should take this sugar skull I just got that I don't like and feed it to this horse
from age baby to age 39.
I was a fat motherfucker. I still ate the sugar skull. I didn't give it away.
This is disgusting. It's just
from so disgusting. Baby. I ate the whole thing.
Yeah.
Can I have another one?
From 8, yeah.
But
I just want to make sure it's disgusting.
I bring up Coco, but a little fun fact is at some point, fucking Disney wanted to trademark the Day of the Dead, and the Hispanic culture just went up in arms, and they pulled back. But this is when they were in the blue sky of the movie Coco. They knew they were going to do a Day of the Dead movie, so they wanted to start trying to get that name trademarked for the merchandise.
Coco was the one Pixar movie that I went in watching that I told myself I'm not going to cry. All the other Pixar movies, I bawl, but I was like, I'm done with all the emotional stuff. I'm not going to cry for Coco. And I went in and I was adamant about like not being emotional, but the movie wore me down. And then it got to that one scene and I was like, I can't believe this is happening again.
Which scene was that one where he sings to Grandma Coco?
It's a spoiler-free scene, Juan, where anyone who hasn't seen that movie will go, this must have been the scene. That's or the one you just said, whatever.
It's the scene that makes everyone cry.
Well, the entire movie had its moments me tear up, and it was very. It made me remember a lot about me growing up.
I'm gonna sound like a monster, but I didn't.
You don't cry in anything, Sean. You're a fucking robot.
That's also true. That is also true.
Your daughter was born, and you didn't shed a tear whatsoever.
I mean, it's a happy moment. I smiled. I don't.
Dude, I think we've said it in the previous episode. I always like to play that I'm a tough guy, but I'm a big softie. Now that I have kids, just the dumbest thing makes me choke up or cry.
Yeah, man, you're weak, bro.
What was the last thing that made you cry?
That car ride that just took 2.5 hours.
I don't know if it was just my son actually finally waving goodbye and blowing kisses, because that little guy, he doesn't show emotion that much. or he does. It's always angry. But the other day, I said bye, and he actually said bye, and he blew me a kiss, and I'm like, oh, that was very sweet.
Oh.
And then I think I got choked up today as well because stupid Google Photos put a compilation of videos and pictures of my daughter, and titled it "They Grow Up So Fast," and it's just picture after picture of her throughout the years, and it reminded me how quickly she's growing up because she's turning 7, 8 days, and I'm just getting old, man.
Yeah, we established that last week when it's the end of October. Anyway,
from age baby
to
age.
Google, to age now, to age baby to age older than baby.
Yeah.
Google is really good at that. If you filter any sort of information there, it will hunt out faces and pick out ages. It's pretty damn good.
That's scary.
Yeah.
That's scary that Google can trigger your emotions like that.
Yeah. Google just played you, bro. They're gonna send you a link for the book in a minute. Like,
I saved the book. I saved the books. I don't buy them, but I think at one point I'm gonna be that sentimental old man that's gonna go back to Google and click on all the saved books and buy them.
Google, show me my memories again.
Yeah.
I don't remember anything. Show me my age baby self.
Google, take me to my past again.
Yeah, the good old times, man. Old times.
Yeah. So I think we're coming up on time. I don't know. Juan, are you done?
Yeah, I'm done. Thank you for listening. If you can't get enough of us, which who can blame you, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at INCYCSHOW. And you can also email us your suggestions and comments about how mean everybody is to me at INCYCShow@gmail.com. Lastly, we also have merchandise. Right now, we currently only have the T-shirts, but we have more stuff coming out. So don't wait until they run out. Get your very own "I'm Not Crying, You're Crying" shirt at the link in the show notes. For a couple more days, you can still use the promo code Juantover at checkout. So don't hesitate and buy the shirt. Again, thank you very much for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Goodbye.
From age baby.
From age baby to age 39. Fuck you all.